No Shave November 2020. We're close to the end of week 2. How's it going for you guys? Are you getting tired of the scruffy look? I'm going to give you a tip that I think will really give you some definition to your beard. So stay tuned. We'll talk about it. Hey guys, Brian Haywood here. Welcome back to my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we talk about all things beardy. We do product reviews and tips and tricks and special series and whatever else I can think of along the way. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd love to have you guys on board if you're not already. We are doing a special kind of a beginner series for No Shave November 2020. I've never done one of those before. Last week was kind of towards the end of week 1. We talked about starting to use beard oil for the first time, and then also possibly picking up a boar's hair brush is going to come in handy. That's going to really get down in there and exfoliate for one, help spread the oil through, but also start to give you some styling when your beard gets to a certain length. Well, now we're coming up on the end of week 2, and as we get into week 2, you kind of get kind of depends on your beard growth, but you're kind of getting past the, okay, I'm being lazy and not shaving for a couple of days, and now it's gone, starting to get beyond just minor scruff and turn it into major scruff, if you will. And you can really look scraggly if you're not careful. And if you're doing the complete no shave November and you don't want to touch anything like around your beard, then you may not want to do this. And you can come back and pick up this video at the end of No Shave November. Would be another great time to do it. But what we're going to talk about is giving a little definition to your beard. And that is giving you some definition here with your cheek line and your neckline. And they can be really tricky if you don't know what you're doing. All right. So when in doubt, don't touch anything. Okay. Just keep on growing for that. But what will happen is if you can take away just the right hairs up here or on your neck, it's going to really give you some definition, start to look more intentional with what you're doing. And it can also actually, for your neck, it did for me, it really helped me from having so much itchiness, because my itchiness would come from the hairs that were growing out on kind of the vertical part of my neck compared to the hairs here that's underneath my chin. And when I would move around, they would really rub against each other. And that's where I would have a lot of aggravation and itchiness while it was still kind of in the stubbly phase. So probably the easiest one out of the two, and neither one's very easy, but one of them is your cheek line. You really don't want to take away a whole lot of stuff, especially if you're in your growing phase. So with a short beard, you really want to try to go all the way up to the top of your mustache. Okay, and basically you just make a little arc here, a little natural arc. You can be a line, but lines usually kind of go down a little bit further. I really just want you not to cut into your growth at all. So when in doubt, never cut into an area of high density growth, because what that's going to mean is you're going to have to maintain that like on a daily basis. Like the whole point of having a beard, you don't have to shave all the time. But we'll talk about routine maintenance and that kind of stuff in videos to come. So make sure you stay tuned for that in the weeks and months to come, actually. So there's a couple of things you can do. There's some tools that can help you. All right. So there's what's called cheek line or line up tools here, and they're usually made out of plastic. This one is the Cut Buddy, and this one is the Brink. And both can help. And actually, the Cut Buddy can help you with your neckline as well. We'll get there in a minute. But the idea is you kind of get everything lined up here, and you just take away the hairs above it, okay, on each side. And every face is a little bit different, so not everything works. The one thing I don't like about this is sometimes you do one side and then you do the other and then it's not even, and then you start playing back and forth. So don't do that, all right? If you make a mistake, just kind of stop and reassess and give it some time. So for cheek lines, I would suggest the Brink, and I'll put links to both of these in the description below. But the Brink, it's not exactly one size fits all, but it pretty much kind of snaps to your face, and you can get everything lined up and stay symmetric a lot better than you can with the Cut Buddy, in my opinion. And you can put it really high. So this would be kind of a nice high area that you could use to line up your cheek. So you basically put it right here underneath your nose, and then you can take a look and get your sideburns lined up. And then you can use a barber pencil if you want, or you can just take some sort of razor of whatever kind you like and just kind of knock the hairs off above it. And if you'll just stay up there, you're in good shape. Now, if you go, well, my hairs don't grow that high, then you probably don't need to worry about your cheek line, at least right now. Okay, we can define that out once your month is up, and we can kind of reassess after No Shave November, okay? So that would be what I would suggest for your cheek line. And once again, by taking away this fuzziness up here, it'll start to look a lot more distinguished and kind of professional, if you will. The neckline is hard because every beard grows differently and every neck is different, right? So you've got some guys that are kind of blessed, especially if they're, younger guys, and they've got strong chins. So if you got strong chins, then, and it's hard to show you on me because my chin's way up here, but it basically goes at a right angle. Okay, if you've got that nice right angle, it's really easy to see where to make your neckline. It's right there where your head attaches to the vertical part of your neck. Pretty simple, at least you would think. All right, now some guys' growth goes way down below. So it depends on what you want to do. If you really want to go for the long beard, then maybe not shave anything. But for me, I liked having the clean neckline. At least when I was growing out, like I said, it kept me from itching quite as bad because things weren't rubbing against each other. And also it looked a little bit more professional and stayed away from what people call the dreaded neck beard. All right. The other issue is some guys' necks aren't really exactly at a right angle. Okay, for lots of different reasons. Sometimes you have what's called a weaker chin, and then for some guys, as you age, you kind of get less elasticity in here, so it kind of drops down a little bit, and they're hard to figure out where to put the line. Okay, and that's where guys make a mistake, and they end up with what's called a face beard. Which can be okay if you're rocking just the short beard all the time and that's all you want to do. But if you're looking for any kind of longer, full beard, you don't want to cut off one of the main parts of your growth, which is your underbeard, the part that's underneath there. So you have to really be careful. So if you have one of those necks that kind of slope down like that, you can see these pictures of Ryan Tedder from One Republic and Chris O'Donnell from NCIS. You can kind of see they've got the chin, and then as soon as you get kind of underneath the chin, it starts to kind of have a slope here. So where do you put the line in that case? It's hard to. That's a tough one, right? I would say not to put it right underneath the chin, but to go down. You can see this guy who asked about it on Reddit, and yes, he kept his cheek line was too high. You can see that natural growth, and he should have backed down a little bit to kind of give that fullness. All right, and you're still going to be fighting against that neck beard, but we're going to be addressing that at the end of No Shave November. We're going to figure out how to taper that at the bottom, kind of keep the neckline at the same spot, taper it closer to your neck, and then allow the stuff in the front to really grow down until it becomes more prominent. But there's going to be a while there where the back of your neck is going to be, the hair on the back of your neck is going to be more prominent than what's on your chin. And that just takes kind of maintenance on a weekly basis, allowing this part in front to grow and maintaining that line in the back. And then once it catches up, then you can like have everything grow and it can still look nice and balanced and professional, in my opinion. All right, so there are a couple of ways you can do that. Like I said, the Cut Buddy here, you can also use that to help you with the line underneath your beard. Okay, so with your neckline, you can help with that as well to keep you from going too high. Should you go to a barber? Some barbers don't know what they're doing with the necklines either, especially if you're not, you don't communicate well on what your goals are. If you can kind of tell them you want to keep your neckline low because you're looking to grow out your beard. But we'll talk more about that in some of the future episodes about maintaining your beard. Once we get past No Shave November, I'm trying to set you up for success, guys. So you may want to keep it going at the end. So a couple of things to possibly pick up if you want was the Brink for your cheek line, or the Cut Buddy here, which can help you with both your neckline and your cheek line. But a couple things to keep you from going too far in the wrong direction. All right, so I hope this has been helpful for you. If so, make sure you smash that like button and stay tuned for the future episodes, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.